Hey guys, back again. So today I'm going to talk to you about the first thing I'm going to do to really try and get the colour in this tank to pop. So what I've decided to do is I'm currently running two Radion XR30 Gen 5s either end of the tank, and then I've got an older G4 Pro in the middle. So this is definitely enough light for a mixed reef, as long as you're putting your highlight corals needs to the top of the tank. But what I've found is as the corals are growing, they're shadowing each other out, and you're getting a little bit of recession where the light and the shadow is causing the corals to die off a little bit, and of course you're not getting as vibrant colour all the way through the coral because where the shadow is, it's slightly muted. So I've taken the first step and I have purchased some G5 XR30 Blue Radions. Now I've gone for the older model, and there's a couple of reasons for this. This model is I think it's like 2 years old now, and what I like about that is the fact that it's got a proven track record. So I know a lot of farming facilities are using these. They're obviously double the spread, double the power of the XR15s that I've got at the moment, and it's also a massive upgrade from the Gen 4 that I'm running in the middle. So what I'm hoping this is going to do is this is going to be the equivalent of doubling the light output on the tank. I think it's going to fill in any of the shaded gaps. Because it's a bigger body, it's going to have a much wider light spread. I'm also going to be able to run these at a lower intensity as well. And also, by purchasing a light that has a proven record, it's also been out for a while. So because these lights are around 2 years old now, it means that you can get them at quite a heavily discounted price. These lights are not cheap, so anywhere that I can save some money is like an absolute bonus to me. And I really liked the XR15 G5 Blues, and the ease of use of these lights is something else that sells it to me. They're all controlled by an app on your phone, a Mobius app, and it's really easy to use. It's got great templates. They run it on an AB Plus template, is the template that I use. And this is a proven coral growing template, and you can, with the G5s, run every LED at 100% and then just adjust the percentage of power that is going to that light. So you know that your spectrum is going to be absolutely spot on for coral growth. They have 3 templates. I'm going to use the AV Plus, but there's one for radiant colour. But what I want is I want to get growth as well. So that's the template that I'm using currently anyway, and I don't want there to be too many changes because I think it's going to be quite a big change for the tank anyway, and we all know that nothing good happens fast. So it also has the ability for acclimatization mode. So it will do a 30-day ramp up to the percentage that I want to finally reach. So I'm going to be running these lights at 25%, and it's going to slowly ramp up probably to about 40 or 50%. I'm currently running these lights, the smaller lights on this tank and the older generational light, on about 70%, so they're drawing quite a lot of power. So I'm still only going to have 3 lights in this tank, but they're going to be much more powerful, and they're hopefully going to have a much bigger spread. So this is the light. Let's go and have a little look. And before I dive into this light, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who commented, liked, shared and subscribed to my last video. I've got some really good positive feedback. I know my videos are a little bit clunky sometimes. I'm just getting back into my rhythm, so any feedback is really welcome. And also, if you're on the fence, if you just want to just help somebody out, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really makes a difference to the channel. So let's dive in. So this is the light. As you can see, amazing packaging, always. EcoTech products, just their packaging is amazing. It's a very premium product, so you'd kind of expect nothing less. I've had a lot of EcoTech products, and the build quality has always been superb. And I say I've had the XR15s, the smaller model, for a couple of years now, and I've been super impressed. So I have actually taken the plastic off, so it should be a bit easier to get in. So this is our little first look. I'm sure most of you have probably looked at these lights online, and you've probably seen unboxing videos, so I won't waste too much time, but lots of protection, obviously high-end build, packaged really well. You've got the main light there, and then underneath here you have your power brick, which is significantly bigger than the XR15s. You've got your, I call it a kettle lead, which is what plugs into there. You've got actually some hanging brackets, so if you don't want to use the Radion hanging kit, you can actually fashion something, because these are sort of hook and eye things. You can hang your lights yourself. You've got masses of cables, so you can really, you know, go to town with how far away you plug these things. Then you've got your little instruction manual, all about the Mobius app, and then you've got your little quick start guide. So pretty simple in here. So let's get to putting these bad boys up.
I just can't stop looking at it. I cannot believe that those lights, you know, I was running the XR15's G5, but I can't believe the difference. I mean, it's made it almost look like everything's floating. It's pointed out quite a few things that I need to work on as well, because obviously bits that weren't necessarily doing so well have been massively highlighted now. You know, I didn't really see this because it was in a shadow, and now it's just, you know, illuminated. I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, even all the coralline at the back is now popping, which is just quite bizarre thing to say. Oh, I can't stop looking at it. And even, you know, really seeing in there where it's not been getting any light, just goes to show that spread does make such a difference. And when you're used to seeing something one particular way, and even in my sort of cave, that these are starting to really show now. So I think I'll be able to add more coral, because it's actually got some light on it.
Alright, so I'm on the third day of having these lights set up, and it has made a massive difference. There's now light where there is shadow. Underneath some of the corals you can almost see like some colour coming back. Definitely on some of my bubblegum and forest fires that were not in, you know, where they've been shaded out. You can definitely see new polyp extension, new growth as well. And I mean, it's like 3 days, so it's just going to show you, because the corals weren't dead and they were actually thriving where they were getting the light, but where they were shadowed out, they've now put some energy back into those parts of the coral, so I couldn't be happier. I have had to wipe the glass a little bit more because I guess the spread is coming through, and actually what that has done is, when I've been testing the tank, it's actually been lowering my PO4. So obviously the amount of PO4 that was in the tank is now being used up for some of the algae growth on the glass. So it's kind of like a bit of an algae scrubber, so some of the pollutants in the tank are being used up more as well. So I can only put that as a positive at the moment. Yeah, absolutely in love with it. It looks so different. Like, I could not believe the difference. I didn't think there would be that much difference to like the naked eye. It's made me realise how massively underlit this tank actually was. So yeah, absolutely chuffed to pieces. So remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff, and I will be back next week.